Hey Hoopers, it's Joey here. Today I wanted to do a tutorial on some stretches that I do to help warm up my body when I'm trying to get into a flow state. You may have noticed that sometimes you go to hoop and you just can't dip into a flow state. And that might be because you're subconsciously holding a lot of tension and tightness in your physical body. And one thing that's so cool about hooping is that it really trains us to be more mindful of the sensations that we're physically feeling. And so these stretches are designed to help you kind of like fall out of the monkey mind and stop thinking, but just kind of really focus in to your energy and stretching and releasing any tension. And I bet you that that will help you enter into a more productive practice session and a flow state. So my favorite one to do is going to be this behind the back stretch. So what I'll do is hold my hands inside the hoop like this, and I'm going to lift the hoop over my head and just slowly start to lean it back. Now, this is going to be pretty challenging. You're going to feel a lot of tension in your shoulders. I've been practicing a lot so I can lower my arms down, but it's okay if you can only go a little bit. Don't ever push your, stretching past its abilities. You don't want to get injured, but it's about intuitively listening to, what muscles are needing to be moved in what way. And so stretching and the way that you listen to your body with the hoop is a lot like the way you would listen to what the hoop is communicating with you when you're learning a new trick. And so I'll really just hold this until I feel a big expansion in my chest. My shoulders, which tend to want to do this, are now, flipped back the other way. And I might rock side to side with it a little bit to feel it open up in your shoulders and your arms a little bit more. And then I'll follow that up by raising it above my head. A lot of these are also kind of just like my own way that I've fused some yoga moves into this. So if you're familiar with yoga, just kind of apply a hoop to what you've already been doing. But I'll turn it out like this and just lean over to the side. You'll really feel it stretch out all through here. Come back up to the top. Over to the other side. You'll always notice one side is tighter than the other. Maybe drop down, and then I'll just start rolling and rolling. And I do everything kind of slowly. It's not a rush to get into a pose. It's not the same as yoga where the goal is to get into a pose. It's just more about listening to your body and what needs to be moved. So I'll get the hoop on the ground and do some of these to kind of open up my legs. Hi, baby. And then I'll start to move from the side that is opposite. Here. Stretch up, up, up. And then maybe come back down the other direction. Really slowly, taking your time to hold it in the places where you feel the most tightness. Kind of rocking side to side. Maybe lean into your knees a little bit. And then you can walk your feet in a little bit. Do a nice forward bend. When you're ready, you can lift your hoop up, stand up. Don't stand up too fast, you'll get lightheaded. Breathe through the process. Go through these stretches. Feel it out. You can also try some things. I like to get down on the floor and use the hoop to help me stretch out my legs. When I'm down here on the floor, sometimes I also like to spend a second just practicing like leg and foot hooping, just because I've noticed that when I'm in the process of doing stretches, if I also, mix in a little bit of something that activates my blood a little bit, you get a little bit more warmed up. It's been a while since I've done this. But practice a little bit with your foot hooping while you're down here. And that's gonna help the tension in your legs slowly drift away. And it's a great thing to practice coordination with. I'm not a whiz at foot hooping. I can't do anything more complex than that, but I'm working on it. So sometimes I'll just take my hoop, stretch all the way forward. Just allow your time to release, to move my arms and my wrists around. Be gentle with those joints, be good to them. And yeah, so that's my routine of how I use hoops to stretch and kind of activate and reawaken my body. Something I like to do. I'm trying to get back in the habit of, so I hope that you found that helpful and that it helped you kind of crawl out of your winter hibernation. Happy hooping, happy healing. Never stop hooping, never stop hoping. Bye.